Love Island is the Hunger Games. Who's the capital and who's the tributes? Because Olandria definitely was giving Katniss. I doubt that the industry at hand will let that happen again. Let's talk about it. What if I told you that each summer we willingly tune in to watch these young, beautiful people from across the world come together to be isolated from the real world? They don't have to worry about inflation, rising gas prices, strikes, rights being revoked and remiss, and all these crazy things going on across the world. They're there to compete for survival, for love, to perform for our entertainment. They get eliminated one by one, or sometimes twos, threes, fours, and fives, until only the most beloved remain. That's not dystopia, friend. That's Sunday night on Peacock with Ari and the Maddox serving a fierce look. I started thinking about the parallels between Love Island USA and the Hunger Games. Last summer, Love Island USA season 7 with Olandria and Shelley, Jeremiah and Huda, and all those different things, and how some people support the villain because ultimately in humanity, people love a underdog story. They love where they simply love somebody who exists as a preference, and their angers and isms make them feel seen, and they want to uplift those people, even if it comes at the harm and downfall and the demise of dark-skinned black women, black folks, femme folks, etc., like Olandria and Shelley. And that's where a lot of the capital comes into play. If you remember, or you're not familiar from Hunger Games, when they're in the arena and they're out there, much like the Islanders or in Fiji in the villa, they rely on the public capital and the relationships they built with the public to keep them afloat, to keep them going further in the game, etc. And the same happens with us online. Like, we have to like you. You have to make us like be entertaining for us. You have to be likable. You have to be engaging. And we'll vote for you. Or when it comes time for a movie night, or where you can send in tweets and whatnot, and where they can read social media posts, that's going to help you out with whatever you got going on and those things, and who people want to couple up, and we're able to control what's going on in there for them. Much like in the Hunger Games, people can kind of send stuff to kind of have the game go their way, and the people of Pan Am and the capital feel so much confidence to punch down on the minority folks, the people who will be from a district 11 or 12. Like, you can have something like a BuzzFeed talking about delivering Shelley a knuckle sandwich, and you have people putting Olandria's face on George Floyd's body, and those type of horrific things happening to them, while also have the inverse of people wanting to support them and want them to break beyond the binaries and have them be loved and highlighted and uplifted, which is what we see now on the outside once they're out of the game and they're going on their tours as victors, in a sense, even though they were still harmed throughout the process. It's a whole thing, and it's not one for one, bar for bar, but those parallels, I've been thinking about that since watching last summer, and I really hope that it doesn't get as dark as it did last summer for the new people who are entering into the arena, aka the island of Fiji, this year. And also in the situation being the social, economic, and political climate that we have going on right now, and how intense and horrible and dire things are at the moment, we're still going to, myself included, are going to lock in and focus on this and get our enjoyment from watching these people, and almost see how people are being terrorized online and enjoying it, and people build community and make money off of these things. Much, I want you to think about how in the Hunger Games are still existing. They're out there in the arena, but the people in the districts, especially in like the later districts, the double digit districts, are still having to work, and they're still having to watch their people in their districts go out there and be accosted. People who come from where they come from go out there and risk their lives and have their lives stripped away from their autonomy to fight and play for this game for some sort of reminder of hope and some sort of like entertainment for people, where they're still living their like regular lives. Like, we're still gonna have to go to work. We're still gonna have to put $18,000 worth of gas in our car to go 2 miles down the road, and then go home and watch these people in the villa living in an isolated experience, performing for our entertainment. And while we get to let our anger and aggressions on them, and with the state of the world being even worse than it was last year, I hope that it doesn't reflect the way that the public treats the people in the villa. And unfortunately, based off two people already being escorted, getting curtains, getting their pink slips in their box to go before the show even technically starts, I'm not that hopeful, but I'm still hopeful, because I think it's important to have hope overall, because, we need our girl on fire. We have our girl on fire. You can be the girl on fire. You know, you the grandma. You the grandma, you the baby, the grandma, the baby. Think about it. The Islanders are plucked from their normal lives and are now dictated by producers, being put in different situations, fed different messaging and things to act in their normal human ways, but also being placed in a situation where they don't really know what time it is, and they're regimented on sleep. They don't know what, all those different things to heighten their emotions for our entertainment, while they're putting their mental health and things at risk, things that they're selecting to do, no one going into it. But still, think about it from that type of way, and the parallels with that and the arena and getting the tributes ready, and how the game makers are pretty much the producers in the real world for that show. Katniss had the arena, the Islanders have Fiji. And us, we're sitting at home having events at bars and local places of communion, coming together to watch this show, judging, looking at situationships, looming love and loss, deciding their fate at the strike of a vote, making sure we're still entertained day by day. Otherwise, their demise. We vote, we cancel, we make fan cams out of our faves, and villain edits of the people who are getting on our nerves, and we want to be expedited out immediately. Excommunicado. I don't think Suzanne Collins was writing about reality television, but I hope and pray that what we get from Love Island and have experienced is the most realized version of the Hunger Games that we ever get. Truly. Because in 2025, 2026, this day and age, going viral could be a means of survival and income and financial security. It fosters an opportunity for you to make a difference for yourself and for those around you. Clout can be currency, and we built a world where 20-something-year-olds season as rational to go into an arena and hope that America sees them as worthy and entertaining. So next time you're making a post about your fave or unfave, or you're voting for your favorite couple, just remember, the Capitol thought they were voting for love stories too. May the odds and the algorithm be ever in your favor. I came here for love.